on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we're taking a look at the defining moments of Ringside Collectibles exclusive Shawn Michaels. If you are interested in grabbing this figure, again, it is only available at Ringside Collectibles. When you shop, they use promo code 4LIFE. It will save you 10% off your order at checkout. So I know this is a figure that a lot of people have been asking for, is the 1997 Royal Rumble Shawn Michaels in his Texas gear. Here we go. We have him. It's been a long time coming. I'm really excited to get this figure out of the packaging. Again, this is one I personally was really looking forward to. I really always picture HBK in red tights. Again, I've said this in my prior videos. If you have been following me here for a while, my most wanted figure is a 1998 Royal Rumble Shawn Michaels in the red gear with the broken hearts. Get something a little similar. This has the Texas broken hearts on here. So, again, I'm excited to have this. This is another version I've always wanted. The entrance gear does look great. He does come with a cowboy hat, the interchangeable hands. And again, I've said this in my prior videos of this defining moment set. The boxes are smaller. They are a little sleeker, but it does look really nice. It does look really premium. Just, I'm so happy to have this line come back to life. It really was a big part of the Mattel line for the longest. That was like their premium line, right? Before Ultimates came out, it was defining moments. A lot of the first-time releases, as far as like Hulk Hogan, we had Sting, we had Razor Ramon. A lot of first-timers were coming out as a defining moments figure. If you guys do remember that, if you were collecting around then. But again, for the packaging itself, you get the Shawn Michaels nameplate up here, defining moments logo on the bottom, Ringside Collectibles exclusive sticker. On the side, you have the image of Shawn Michaels. Same on the other side. On the back, you will have the awesome image from Royal Rumble 1997. You will have the little read-up on the back, so if you guys want to pause and read that, you can real quick. But enough chatting. I want to get him out of the packaging and see what he's all about. If you guys were curious to see the insert that did come with Shawn Michaels, you will have the logo as the backdrop and his signature here on the inside of the stand. Here we have the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels out of his packaging, and as far as his accessories go, you do get a set of interchangeable mic holding hands. My first gripe right off the bat, they did have to go with the skin tone peg here, unfortunately. You will see that it does kind of overlap with the Texas star or flag design that is on his glove. I kind of get why they had to go that way, because it is red and blue, so I guess they couldn't accomplish having that pattern on there, but that is disappointing. They fixed it with Cody where the white was covering through the flesh tone and that didn't show, but that's a little bit of a downer for HBK to start us off on this video review. Additionally, you do get this awesome entrance attire. It comes with a removable cowboy hat, this nice kind of like singlet top, and the chaps. So removing the cowboy hat, we have seen this before. Brock Lesnar recently came with one. Even the Commissioner Build-A-Figure Shawn Michaels did have the cowboy hat. Additionally, the entrance gear here looks really nice. It is very soft material here. Definitely will be able to hit your different poses with your Shawn Michaels. Looks like it velcros here on in the front. Take a look at the chaps as well. Same material, very soft, very nicely done. You can see even the zippers here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys appreciate this kind of like printed look on here? I know it kind of like doesn't have that 3D kind of esque look where these things are kind of like on the actual chaps and just kind of like one layer, if that makes sense. I kind of dig it. It looks kind of nice. It's a way to give you something with some nice detailing. I do feel like the Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels still probably one of my favorite entrance gears. That had a little bit more plastic pieces in it with the fabric material mixed in there, but we will definitely do some comparisons as we go along with this video. But let's come back and we'll get this entrance gear off. In removing the entrance gear, you can see the actual ring gear attire he has on underneath with his tights. I will say the entrance gear came off very easily. I had no problems removing it off the figure. And underneath, you will see he's got the red tights with the kind of Texas hearts, broken hearts on here, as well as the State of Texas logo on his knee pads. Unfortunately, he does not come with knee pads. Similar to the greatest hits Shawn Michaels that we did get, he does not have knee pads. That's another gripe I'm going to point out right off the bat, to go with the skin tone painted pegs here. I just don't like the look of that at all. Unfortunately, this Shawn does have the black part painted on here. Again, the greatest hits figure didn't have that omitted, and that was another disappointment. But you will see Shawn bringing him in real close. This head scan actually looks pretty good. I will be honest, when I first saw it, with the entrance gear on, it kind of looks like he's got that no-neck syndrome, but the head actually sits on there pretty good. I don't know if it's a tad too big. maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe it's the hair itself. I really do like the sculpt with his hair. It does look pretty nice and clean. This kind of looks like it's definitely a new head scan, but like an updated kind of look as far as compared to like the Elite 19 head. He does have the stubble painted on here as well. So I really do like this head scan. I'm curious to see how it'll look like on other Elite and Ultimate Shawn Michaels. We'll definitely do a test as we go on through this video. But you see he does have his heart tattoo here additionally. And those gloves, man, it's just, I hate the look of that. It just really takes away a lot from this figure. But I guess if you have the entrance gear on there, it won't be as noticeable. You hit him in your Shawn Michaels pose on your display shelf. That may be an option. But looking at his tights real close, again, you can see the nice designs. They do look really good. Again, he does have the chest hair as well. On the back, you'll have the Heartbreak Kid logo as well as the State of Texas. So all in all, not bad, but definitely some gripes to go with this figure. Starting us off with some Shawn Michaels comparison, I wanted to compare some of my favorite HBKs in my collection with some awesome entrance gear. So on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition Series 4. This is what I was talking about, where it's kind of like hard plastic. Even the belt itself is kind of a hard plastic mold with these soft chaps here on the bottom versus the kind of like painted on belt buckle you will notice here with a cloth. I think this looks a little better, adds a little more of a layer to it. And on the right, we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive DX Elite Shawn Michaels. Sticking with the theme of entrance gear, so on the left, we have the Elite 19 Shawn Michaels. Again, this is what I was talking about with the head sculpt. This kind of looks like a more plussed up version of this one. Again, very different, but the likeness to Shawn was not the best here. But for the longest, for your 96, 97 run Shawn, this was probably the best head we had in the Mattel line. I definitely think the new head is way superior. Additionally, back then, they were omitting knee pads, so I don't know what the deal is with Shawn Michaels Elites now getting the Knicks with knee pads. I thought we were past that, unfortunately. But anyways, on the very right, we do have the most recent Greatest Hits Wave 2 Shawn Michaels entrance gear. This is on the original WrestleMania 30 figure, but I really do dig this gear. The metallic color paint variation on here looks a lot nicer. And if you wanted some different comparisons with HBK from this era in his actual ring gear, on the left we have the most recent Greatest Hits Elite Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 14. And on the right we have the Ultimate Edition Series 4 in his ring gear. And again, you'll notice that this actual hand does have some deco hits kind of on the middle, maybe not directly as much as this one. And they were able to accomplish it where the actual pin, if you notice, is painted black. You will see a little bit of that flesh tone seeping through here. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but that looks way better than what's on this figure here. That really does bother me. But while we're here, I really do like this head scan. If you want to compare them across, you will see the different looks for Shawn from the 96, 97 era. I wanted to swap this Defining Moments head on each of these figures to kind of see how it looks on the other figure bodies if you guys want to do that. Again, the Elite heads are easily swappable. So if you wanted to put them on the Greatest Hits Elite, I feel like it does sit a little higher than I want it to. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe the neck peg is shorter. What do you guys think here? Does it sit a little too high? Let's get his arms straightened down a little bit. Get more of a closer look. Doesn't look bad. I feel like that, like I said, the head just looks a little too big. If you want like a scale comparison, just look at how much smaller the face is. Forget the actual hair. But let's pop that off real quick. Yeah, it looks like the neck peg on this one is a tad higher. If you see that side by side. But this is one I'm more interested in. Let's remove the Ultimate Edition. And let's see how this head looks on that body. Same thing. It does sit a little high, but I actually kind of dig it. I think that looks pretty good. Again, Shawn's hair was a little bit more of the braid for that Montreal Screwjob look what this attire is based on. But it doesn't look too bad. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this head swap? Moving right along, the next comparison is a custom Ultimate Edition I put together. Again, I said my most wanted attire is the Royal Rumble 1998 look for Shawn Michaels. So I kind of did a custom. Obviously, this is not 100% accurate with the gloves and even the knee pads, but I am curious to see how this head looks like on this body. I'm going to have to come back and heat this to remove this head, but I wanted to compare the figures, how they look originally side by side. Again, you will see the kind of the fatter torso. I don't like that for Shawn Michaels. I think the new Rick Rude torso is without a doubt the one to go with for any Ultimate Shawn Michaels going forward down the road. But let's come back and we'll swap the heads. So here's how my custom Shawn Michaels looks like with that head swap. I will be honest, I don't know if this is my favorite Shawn Michaels sculpt, but it kind of does fit the era. Something about the expression and the size of the head is just not the best in my opinion. But again, we haven't had too many Shawn Michaels scans that have been home runs to begin with. So I want to go out on a limb. So even though I don't love this, this may be the best one they've done as of yet. The last comparison I have for you guys here is Shawn Michaels' opponent at Royal Rumble 1997, where he took on Psycho Sid. Again, you can see how much bigger he is, but I do feel like these figures look really nice side by side. If you guys are enjoying this video review, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells to stay tuned for the latest reviews coming up on my channel. Up next, we do have the last Defining Moments figure from this set. We are going to do a review of Bret the Hitman Hart, so stay tuned right here to my YouTube channel for that video review coming up real soon. As far as this HBK figure goes, I'll be honest, I don't love it. There's a lot of things I think I like, but I'm not sure. The head scan being one of them, I don't know if I love it or think it's okay or like it, dislike it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I keep going back and forth. I feel like the likeness is there, right? It's just the expression's kind of like a little eh. The 5 o'clock shadow on there with the stubble does look pretty good. The sculpt of the hair I really do like, even the color of the hair. I will say, I think the head is just scaled a little too big. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm curious. Something just doesn't look right. The attire is pretty good. I mean, the gear does look spot on. The kick pads, they did paint the little black trim on there, so that looks nice. The actual, Texas logos and hearts look pretty good. The no knee pads thing is just like, come on, guys. Like, that's like, should not happen anymore. I remember we were getting in, like, HBK early on, and they kept omitting the knee pads. We would get the knee pads, like buy decals from some customizers, throw on, like, I'm overdoing that. It's 2023. The Mattel line has been going strong for 10 years, so that's not acceptable in my opinion. I remember even when AJ Styles first debuted, we were not getting knee pads. Now, thank God they're including them on all of his figures. So let's not have this like be a kind of like running issue. So we've had 2 Elite Shawn Michaels now come out in the red, which is, again, one of my favorite attires. And they didn't give us the knee pads. Like, come on, man. Like, find a way to fit into the budget, because I feel like it does look incomplete without it. On top of it, the pegs on the hands are really bothering me. I just keep harping on that. I know it's something stupid, but it just takes away from the figure. I mean, like, this is a premium item, right? So, like, make sure the other stuff get bunned up so this figure is perfect. I feel like that's the frustrating part, especially early on the Mattel line. I feel like they were so close to perfection with some of these figures, and they kind of skip out on a few things, whether it's cost or it was just missed, whatever it was. And it just, I don't know, it takes the figure down a lot, from being perfect to kind of like low, like okay of a figure. I will say I don't dislike this figure, right? It's an above average figure, but I'm not like super thrilled with it. I was thinking of buying more of these figures down the road, maybe during a sale, just for the head scan alone, which is still a possibility. I did like how it looked on some of my Ultimate Edition figures, but I don't know if this figure is a must-have unless you're, one who really wants this very specific attire. I will say the entrance gear is very nice. I do like that it came with a cowboy hat. The soft goods look really nice. So, again, it's a love-hate. If I think out of 10, maybe I'd give this figure about a 7. So that's still a pretty good rating, above average. Again, this is only available at ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop, use promo code 4LIFE. It will save you 10% off your order. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. I will catch you all on the next one.